welcome to the first show after our 44th parade. This is Lester Fortier, the current president. This is Gary Diamond, a former board member.
The Popsicle Boys.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we did it. It's over. We
Not
got a lot of
bad.
kids, a lot of toys. They're sorting them now at the warehouse. I was there this morning. They're sorting the toys, putting them in boxes, boy or girl, and how old they are. They're processing the letters. Okay, we had 3-4 people doing that. And unfortunately, we have to have somebody take out the IPC code on some of these toys because they were taking them back to the stores. There's a lady just doing that also.
They're blacking the labels out.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Yeah.
That's
You're
the
not
kind
supposed
of
to take
world.
them back to the store. You're supposed to give them to kids.
That's right. So how did you enjoy the ride there, Gary Diamond? You did?
That ride, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I love when it's over.
Yeah, me too. And I didn't think I was going to make it back. My hand was so frozen, I didn't think I could pull the clutch in no more.
I bought new gloves on Saturday. I said, "Oh, these are gonna be nice and warm." As soon as they got wet,
I couldn't get my hand in my gloves. It was terrible. And my fingers started going crazy like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital, man.
Yeah, it was bad. But
We made it.
did it. We can talk about it now, but I got to tell you, I didn't go nowhere after that. Did you? Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I had to go a bunch of places, but
Me, I went home and
when I finally
up with
got
my
home,
dog.
man, it was like, oh, great, man.
For those who weren't around here yesterday, it was what? Anywhere between 33 and 39 degrees
Yeah.
with
at
a
least,
with a
yeah.
pretty steady drizzle, and then right around exactly 11 o'clock, like they said on TV, it actually started raining.
We were in the woods about 9 o'clock or so,
Yeah,
and the
one
north
drop
side going,
and then boom.
"Look, it's hailing on the north side." I go,
Yeah.
Great, man.
But thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you to all the people watching our parade along Western Avenue. Of course, we got to thank the Chicago Police Department. They had almost every corner covered.
They
And
were out in force this year, man.
There were lots of,
Yeah,
and we have to really thank them.
they really did a great job this year.
Yes, they did.
Well, they know we were doing it for a good cause, and we couldn't do it last year, so they look forward to doing it too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my brother was a cop for a while. He looked forward to being over on Armitage
Yeah,
and waving at me when I rode by. That was the big thing.
In that movie series Chicago PD, which is filmed in Chicago, Jack Voss had put on our Facebook page the 2 clips. You see those clips?
Yeah, I did.
Where they're getting ready to give out a new car, a new police car to somebody. Says, don't mess it up because the captain's going to drive it in the Toys for Tots Parade this Sunday.
Don't
So
get
that was
it
kinda
dirty.
cool. And another one, they had our poster on the wall behind them, so that's kind of cool.
Well, we're part of Chicago.
We are. You call up and you want to visit Chicago for like a vacation, they'll give you a packet on things to do, and we're one of the things to do, the Toys for Tots Parade. So that's
Probably the
kinda
only thing to do December 6th.
Yeah, the way it is now. It'll get back to normal eventually, trust me.
Oh, it'll be fine. It's coming back around now.
It better, otherwise it's a tough world we live in. But I'm just glad this is over. Unfortunately, we have to start working for
Next year.
next year. So what is it, 364 days till the next parade?
Get a couple weeks off and then start again. Yeah?
You know, actually, you really do.
I
That's
know.
a fact.
Everybody thinks you show up on Sunday morning, bring your toy, bring your
No,
bike. Hey,
no,
it's a
and
good time.
it's still right down to the wire, man.
We
You
start
know,
working on this thing in February, man.
we got to thank the Park District. They did a great job. The
Don't
one
forget the
construction
horses.
site they had on Western Avenue looked like the whole place tore up, but it was all put back together and
Put it all
swept
back.
up before
Real
before the parade. That
A
was
lot of places
very
that had
cool.
problems were fixed up. And don't forget the horses.
We got real horses, not the fake ones. They were walking around there. Very good for crowd control.
They're using them downtown now, walking
Yeah,
around
the
downtown.
the
used to do
greatest
it.
thing for crowd control are horses. Always has been, always will be.
They used to do that. I remember when I was a kid, they had horse patrols.
Yeah. Now, my grandfather, he was in World War I and World War II, and he was on a horse in World War I in the cavalry. And in World War II, he was in a tank. Yeah.
A big difference.
And during World War II, you got paid by how many kids you had, and he had like 16 of them, so he was making as much money as like a captain.
Yeah, they were
or
all big
something.
as good kids as they can. Come on.
Right, exactly. But it was great. Everybody had a great attitude. It was raining, but people come out with their toys. The end point was great. DePaul University was very nice. They even mentioned to us how they're under new management now, and they had some reservations. They must have been watching biker movies or something.
Right.
And we had to bend them a little bit to let us go there because we had a hard. Who else is going to take all these thousands of motorcycles on a Sunday like that? But after seeing what we did and all the toys that we had collected,
Cleaned it
they
up.
felt, yeah, and it was better than what it was when we got it. I don't think we'll have a problem next year. I really hope not.
I saw a lot of people picking stuff up all through the day, you know.
Made sure nobody was drinking, nobody was smoking. It was a very good parade. We got to thank the Forest Preserves. They did a great job of the pavilion where we sold our,
Sure.
our product and such. They actually fenced it off like we had asked them, and they
And,
did a great job on the inside. One little pothole, but we put a thing over it.
Was the
Streets and-
furniture company? I forgot the name.
Oh yeah, I forgot him too. I was going to say call up. You can
Jack,
tell
call us with the name of the
it.
furniture
Yeah,
company.
call me personally.
I think
by
it was
phone.
Preferred, but I'm not sure.
But that's a young couple from Israel. Not a couple, they're brother and sister. Forgive me, but they
help us out. Yeah,
they donated about 5 or 6 trucks to us. They ended our tier. We ended up going out in one tier. That was my decision.
That was great. That was a good idea.
Because the way the weather was, I figured why stress
And
anybody
not
out.
only that, when you get to the end point, you don't have to hang around too long.
That's true too. So that worked out well. I bet you we got close to what, maybe 12,000, 12,500, something.
I
like
was
that.
figuring anywhere like 8,000 to 10,000 maybe.
It's a lot of
Oh
motorcycles.
yeah, well, if you were in the woods in the beginning, you saw how many were really,
Yeah.
that were there.
Towards the, I don't know if you noticed it, but going home, I give my new bike a little bit too much gas, and they wanted to go faster than it really should have.
You get away from me?
Just a little bit.
You
Just a
get
little bit.
away?
A little bit.
The worst thing is those big strips, those white strips.
Oh, yeah,
You
paint-
try to
anything
stop
painted
it,
is
try to
bad.
pull away, and it's like, whoa.
Remember one time years ago when I was riding in the dark, I think it was going down 47th Street. I had my, getting ready to stop because the light's coming up. I had a tendency of holding my leg out. I hooked one of those sewers about 6 inches above my foot. Scared the hell out of me.
There you go. It's like driving,
Better my foot than the bike because I'd have been down for sure.
like driving with your kickstand down.
Yep. But we survived, and we made it back.
You know, the best part of the parade is you're over there, word coming. Because I came from the north side yesterday
Right.
morning, and I'm listening on the radio while I was coming up to the woods. And you hear the reports about Santa. Santa left, Santa's here.
Oh, really? Oh,
Santa's
that's
there,
cool.
On
Yeah.
the radio,
Yeah.
And it was like, then when he pulls up at the woods, it's like, wow. Then
Yeah.
it's officially, it's Toys for Tots Day. When Santa
and all
rolls
his,
up.
all
all
his
the
elves and
sirens
such.
and
Yeah.
whistles and bells and Santa and the elf spin. It's like,
It still amazes me how we can exit the Forest Reserve as easily as we do.
yeah.
You know what I mean when you think about
I
it?
guess after 44 years, you get a system.
Well, not everybody has been doing it. We had a lot of new guys that had never done it before.
Yeah, a lot of
A lot of people come up to
We
me
got
and
a
said
lot
they
of
were
young guys
impressed.
that are involved. It's good.
Which,
I saw a lot of young people that I knew at the end point dropping off to.
oh yeah, it was
really
amazing.
good. A
Totally
lot of people.
amazing.
And I haven't seen for a while. We didn't see anybody last year.
No. But we had again, we used those moving trucks. They're very nice. They both had 2 people in them, and they helped us load the toys. And we were doing that almost until about 11:30, 12 o'clock, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's when I left. They were picking up the garbage, even at Commissioner.
Commissioner,
Yeah.
Prepler goes there, right?
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't even see her. I
I
saw
asked her
her
if
on
I
the
could call her
news.
Tony, and she said I
She
could.
said, no, that's what kind of hair I got, Tony.
But she was nice. She came out to the parade.
Yeah,
We let-
she's a nice lady. I
we
guess.
let her get on top of our. We spared no money on the stage. 2 picnic tables.
Let her get up on the stage.
But we handled it, and it was great. We have to take care of the DJ, and we shall. Where's that guy live, by the way?
George, the DJ, he did a
Yeah.
good job.
Where does he live?
He's from River Grove.
Oh, it's not too far.
That's like 18 miles
Okay.
in the rain. No ways.
I'll take care of that tomorrow. But
Yeah, no problem.
Scott talked me out of it, saying that he was.
Hey, no problem. It ain't my goal.
But he did a nice job
Hey,
also.
George don't watch the show, so I can say whatever.
We should have given him a shirt or something. I didn't know who he was.
Don't worry about it.
But anyway, like I said, we filled up the woods. We got there around 4 o'clock, 4:30. Matt was there, I'm pretty sure. I got there around 6, I think. I walked around, said hi to everybody. But it was very cold. It was like the worst weather in the world. I would rather have it be 12 degrees and sunny, which there were a few like that.
Yeah, right.
And then the weather we had yesterday. That just goes right through you. Okay, and you see Tom Dirtz's daughter? You see, she was shaking, like literally
And
shaking
she was
like
just
this.
like an Eskimo. And she was
Yeah,
shaking.
she was shaking. I said, you're either really scared or you're frozen, which is,
Everybody was shaking. John Reagan told me. He was standing next to me when we stopped, and
Yeah.
I was getting some hot chocolate, and my hand was shaking.
Yeah, I know, it was
He goes,
cold.
Dude, you're shaking. And I went, whoa.
Yeah. But we did it. Thank you for the I think some kind of Christian association gives us the hot
Christian
chocolate.
Riders.
And we had the marshmallows in it too. You notice that?
Hey, nothing but the best, man. You know,
That's right. Give us a donut.
take care of these guys, taking care of the
Yeah,
kids.
they had to get you the donut for you because the way we lived, I guess. You know, right?
Not yesterday's donut, right?
Yeah. You get little cookies in a bag. It was kind of cool. It's very nice, all in all. No problems, no issues. You got your hamburger? Did you get your hamburger?
I got my hamburger. It was
Yeah.
great, just like always. Cooked perfect.
Yeah, we have a guy that comes out and makes all the people that work the parade hamburgers, so that's kind of nice. Of course, you get Bob Cooch announcing on the microphone, go over and get some hamburgers.
He's telling people, yeah. I was over there and telling people.
And I
oh,
asked him, why did you do
stand
that? Well, they
for
told me to. I said, no, maybe use the radio. Only people that got radios, they can hear you. Yeah, but
That would be a
that's
first word, right?
that's a little different. I'm
Bob
sure.
gets excited. He's worried his buddy Bill Wilk passed away,
And yeah, he's
kinda,
he's not helped or been seen by the organization. I'd probably say in at least 10 years. He's
Yeah.
probably trying to call now, but our phones aren't up, so
Right.
too bad. We'd have to talk to him about that because it's not all about. Of course, we respect the man, but we have to move forward as an organization. Worry about the
Sure.
new people that we have and develop new. You know what I mean?
current times and future.
New alliances with other people. Nothing against
And
the
we
guy.
do it every day. We make new alliances.
This
with
is
people.
true.
And every day we lose. So, but
I remember one year we had a difficult year as far as raising toys and money and all that kind of good stuff. And the Llamas truly stepped up. We went to
Right.
their clubhouse a couple of times and they bought a lot of
Llamas had
donations and
fundraisers
such.
for
Yeah.
us and stuff.
They
in the
were
past, yeah.
very good stand-up people. Okay.
Yeah, they're good guys to party with.
I would not know that. I don't
If-
drink Cervenza.
If you go to, if you ever invited to one of the parties at the clubhouse, you check it out, man.
Oh, really?
It's dynamite.
Okay.
You never know trouble or anything.
No, they're very good people. They were there again giving us checks and such. It was very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, what did I think? Forest Preserves, Courtney Hoskins, if you're around there, thank you very much. I think that's her name. I know Courtney's the first one. She helped us out immensely with the Forest Preserves. Hopefully we didn't damage anything, and then we will get some of that money back that we gave her.
You scared the deer with the motorcycle.
Yeah,
You're traumatized.
the horses
Those
could care
deer will
less.
never be the same.
I wonder if they use deaf horses, because they never jumped or nothing.
They're earplugs. But they take the butt plug, put them in their ear.
Yes. Streets and Sands, thank you again. You guys did an excellent job as far
Great
as
job.
filling up the potholes, because I ran it like a day before, and there were a lot more potholes in it
It
than
was-
there was. They must have done it that night.
It was better than I thought it would
Yeah,
be.
they did a very
lot
good
better,
job.
yeah. You know,
All the potholes are in a little hill, so it wasn't that much of a big deal.
when we went to the meeting, you know, I had a few places that had bad spots and they were gone.
Yeah, they did a very, very good job. Well, we had that city meeting, and thank you for attending. Because when I threw it to you cold there when we were talking, he's asking about issues along the route. And I said, go get him, Gary, you know. And you sounded like you knew what you were talking about. It was very
Fooled
nice.
them, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. But what they do in this big building, this big table, you have the Dave Adams, he's head of the...
They make big decisions
that's
on
right.
the big table.
He's the head of special events with Chicago. Then we had the head of the police department, head of the fire department wasn't there, I don't think. Streets and Sand,
No, fire department didn't
OAMC.
make it.
Yeah, OAMC, all the 2 police districts that we're going to be going through, which they redistricted. I guess it's the 12th and something else.
CTA, right?
CTA, I mean, and then we have to all coordinate this to
Streets
be
and
able to
Sand.
stop, you know, the bus traffic and, you know. But I didn't hear any complaints, so I guess going off in one tier helped out
I
a
think
lot.
that they were just as happy to do the parade as we were.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
some pretty happy people.
Those guys were pretty excited about it at the meeting.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so they were happy to do it just like we were happy.
That's right.
We would have done it last year if they would have given us the okay.
Well, different times if something would have happened or something.
I'm just saying, you know, we don't care. We would have done it
Oh,
last
of
year.
course.
You know?
We have 6-foot distancing from the bikes anyway.
The bikes you were rolling, there, you know,
Thanks for running next. What was the weather like last year?
the weather yesterday was 70 and sunny.
No, I'm saying last
No,
year.
Miami.
Even New York is 60 degrees.
Last year it was probably nice because we didn't have a parade.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't really remember. I was kind of drunk last
Were you
year.
really?
I stayed drunk all year. Yeah.
Did you?
Disappointed, no ride.
You had no. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't our fault. But the city of Chicago tried. Forest Reserve tried, but they, you know.
Right.
We met the Tony Pernwinkle. You had mentioned her before. She was at the parade. I
Yeah,
got
it's
to
nice
meet
of her to
her.
show up.
She was interviewed by the Channel 7, I think. And, that
And
was
this
nice.
year,
I
actually,
thanked her for
the
letting us
news
use it.
stations actually had like clips of the parade this
Yeah.
year. They talked about the parade,
Oh, good.
which kind of blew my mind. Usually it's like, yeah, they 33rd parade for the kids,
Yeah,
toys for
yeah.
that. So yeah, thank you, goodbye. And you know, they showed Lester driving by waving.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
But I mean,
I don't wave no more. As I get older, I need
It's
both
like-
hands on the handlebars.
I'll tell you what though.
Yes.
Now that I just did that, it just triggered something. When Biker Bear was in the Thanksgiving Day parade downtown,
Yes,
and
yes.
the bear was driving the truck, man.
Yes.
I said, holy cow, look
Thank
at that.
God nobody asked for his license. But
The bear was driving the truck, man.
and you could barely see out of that hat, so that had to be interesting.
That was great.
Biker Bear. And our truck, our
It's a
mascot.
great truck we got.
We have some really
Puts a
great
lot of
people in
miles on it.
Chicago to thank. Who else we got to thank? We got to thank Lane Tech. They was our overflow lot.
Stars and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes, yes. Let us use
Bear
the truck.
Cam.
Barricam, the radios, definitely.
Great radios. We had no problems, no issues.
DJ, what was his name again?
George. DJ George from River Grove.
Okay, look
Great
him up.
job.
If you need a DJ if you're having a bar mitzvah or a wedding or a graduation, give him a call. Did a good job. Who else? The Paul. DePaul College Prep, I guess was the name of it. Beautiful
The
facility.
security guy. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, he was there from
Matt?
Lane
What's his
Tech.
name,
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, he was there. Cool. Very cool. Oh,
So-
and there were no issues. I guess one of our staff members fell off his bike a little bit, or the bike fell on him, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, Tom Mantell, did you hear about that?
No,
He
I heard.
stopped
No, I
to,
heard on the radio somebody went down, but I didn't get no details.
He stopped to that Wild Dogs guys with the trailers. Nobody told him they were going to be in the parade, I guess, and he went to go approach them and talk to them, went to go back on his bike, and I guess it fell on his ankle. I think he pulled a ligament or something.
Oh, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So Tom and I'm going to step up and help him with the toy box thing, unless you're not doing nothing, you can help too.
Oh, I hurt my foot yesterday when
Did you?
I fell down, man.
Okay, why don't you carry the paper airplanes? That's
My knee. I forgot it was my knee I hurt when I went down.
Oh, trust me, it ain't that bad. They got a
No,
system.
I'm happy to help out, man.
We use the Stars and Stripes truck. It's boom, boom, boom. When you're done, he usually has 5 or 10 people at the warehouse to take them all out. I've done it before. But we got to get ready for it now, guys, because believe it or not, we like to spend whatever donations we get, and we like to give out almost every donation that we get
Take care
for
of
2
children.
reasons. Number one, we shouldn't have that stuff laying around that much anyway. And number two, we don't want to be tempted by anything.
And a lot of times, when we get money, cash money donations, we take that money and buy teenagers' toys.
Right.
You know, we don't just put it in the bank for toys.
Right.
We go out and buy teenager, toys their age.
And toys for special needs kids and stuff.
Yeah,
Trust me,
especially
we will
age,
take
right.
care of everybody. Give us a Gwenny and Tom do a great job with that toy committee.
What is the best, man? Tom's
Give us an
working
issue,
hard.
we will handle it. Like I said before, one of the few charities that there's no in between. It goes, you give it to us, then us, we give it to the people. Whether it be a community outreach center, an orphanage,
Individuals.
families.
Private families.
That's why if you
whatever.
send us a letter, it's on the website, P.O. Box 388-500, and you give us a letter, and we'll do the best we can to satisfy your needs. But write down a brief description why you need assistance, boy or girl, and how old, their
What
names
if
even.
it's one of those trans, whatever.
Let's not get political
Can't do
now.
that?
No. You said put down human 12 years old, which I don't think there
A
should be
human
that young to
being.
making that choice. But that's just me talking out loud.
So who do we forget to thank so far?
Well, I think we thanked everybody. Chicago
Everybody?
Police, of
What
course,
about,
Fire. The aldermen along the route, Alderman Mitz, Tony
Right.
Pernickle.
Oh, yeah,
She's the
usually,
president of the Forest Preserve. She runs.
She's the one that usually sticks up for us in the city council meetings.
We got to thank. We got to thank her for being able to use the facility, because we have a hard time. Where else would you start from? We
What
need
about-
someplace like that.
What about those guys at Can TV? What do you think about that?
I think they're pretty cool.
They're the best, huh?
Yeah. I remember Sylvie. I don't remember the other young man's name. But there's a couple other ones too. Again, we are non-profit.
We're Chicagoland Toys
that's
for
right.
Tots Motorcycle Parade.
Nobody gets paid in this organization. If they do, we prosecute. Right?
To the fullest extent.
That's right. And we've done that, believe it or not.
You say California.
It's nice to be in a car. I as I get older, I think I sent out a text to the board. I says, rough day, great job. I says, I just realized I'm not 50 years old anymore.
Can I bring my caddy in the parade?
Yeah, right. Somebody said that to me. They didn't think I showed up on I drove one of my Cadillacs to the parade. But it was Jimbo from that.
One day we'll all just pile in your Cadillac and ride
Yeah,
it for
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that was mean. But anyway, I had to drive a different bike. My old bike kind of like broke, but I will fix it. That's life. What are you going to do? But we had to start working on our 45th parade.
45.
And
We're
our
close
product,
to 50, man.
our product guy is thinking about something special for the 45th. You know, different colors.
Goody, goody.
Yeah, something like that, and we'll get it.
Hey, Scott's pretty creative.
He is.
man.
He's
a
very
creative
well.
guy.
He's very well informed. He knows what he wants, and he'll go out and get it, and that's fine.
He's a hard-working guy, too.
His whole crew is. They said they should have brought more people. That line was what, 2 blocks long to get to there. It was
He
like the
came to
old
me and
days.
asked me if I knew anybody that could probably help him out with T-shirts and stuff. And I was like, man, I don't really know anybody here. I just,
Oh, to sell 'em, you mean?
to help him fold
Oh, I've done-
passing out T-shirts.
Oh, I've done that before. One time when who was it? Roy Miller was the product coordinator. Nobody showed up. He's all him and his
No, they
wife.
had help, but they needed more help.
And they were right next to the stage, and I'm looking down, you know, up there talking. I gave it to Bob Cooch because he loves to talk. And I went down there and I helped sell. And they had one person in the back taking the money, and all we had to do was give them the product. You know what I mean?
Just thinking,
Yeah, you and I've done that too over at
I
these
know.
Rosemont
We've
shows.
done it at the
He
road-
turns somebody's
at the
looking
show
for a
a couple-
medium, me and him both turn around and look for it. By the time we find a medium T-shirt, they're gone.
yeah, just give me the large. Just
Yeah,
give me the
yeah.
large.
I forgot that. That was fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. We didn't do it this year because it wasn't out. It was
didn't
out
do
in
it.
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
That IMS show. But it all works out. We survived.
Well, thank everybody who showed up for the parade and made it a big success as it was, even though the weather was a little.
They were very, very well mannered. I noticed that. Everybody.
But
was.
they were great, man. And all the clubs that showed up, thank you for
Yeah,
being gentlemen.
they certainly got high marks from the organization for how they
Sure.
conducted themselves. We got a lot of donations at the stage, so we're doing well. Doing very well. Before you know it, we'll be talking about next year's thing. We're thinking about doing something in the spring and summertime, having some kind of an
We
event.
should do some kind of
You know,
appreciation run like we did a couple
Yeah,
years
remember?
ago.
Yeah, it was
that
nice.
was fun.
When we ended up somewhere or something, maybe we'll have a bike show or a car show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The worst one and the best one. That'll work, huh?
I'll give you a trophy if you don't bring it.
Well, I hope we have a better year this year.
It's already better.
Okay,
It's going to be 2021 in a
That's
couple
right.
weeks.
It's gonna be
It's already
2022.
better. 2022, right?
Yeah,
That's great.
everything's getting older.
I can't wait.
My old stuff is worth more, but my new stuff is worth less. It's kind of weird how that works.
I know.
I have a 1972 FLH Harley Davidson I've had since the 80s.
He bronzed it, hung it on the mirror in his Cadillac. It's hanging there.
I have a Cadillac brake pedal on it. Anyway, when I bought it, it was called What I Could Afford. Okay, as it got a little older in the, early 2000s, it became like a classic.
It's an
And now it's
antique.
a full-blown antique.
No, it's an antique.
So I don't know what happens after that. Probably turns into dust. I don't
With
know.
the original wear and tear.
That's right. It was good to me though.
No, I'm
Brakes
sure,
just keep
I'm
fixing.
sure it's still got a few more good years in it. But it ain't nothing about your new bike, though.
No bike's nice. It's not new. It's 10 years old, but
It's good enough, though.
pretty new for me. Makes me happy.
It's like a rocket ship to you.
And my God, it has compression release built into it. That's how fast it is.
It's scary, those
I thought
new
I had a
bikes.
dead battery, but that's the compression release.
Yeah.
Remember?
It takes a second.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Fuel injection. I'm driving a flamethrower.
You got an alarm system?
I don't. I might. I see a little.
Probably
I ain't got no
got a fob
remote.
with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
hear bad things about that thing.
No, but when you walk away, it sets off.
Yeah.
Nobody can start it until you come back.
Well, that's good. I like my bike. They put the lock on the front. Somebody steals it. I just go look for somebody driving in circles.
I put the wheel disc lock on the front wheel, so you're not going anywhere. You can peel out.
You ever
if
forget
want.
about that?
A bunch of times. That's why I started using that orange card. I used to say, I put that orange card on. And then I was laying in the street a couple times. I said, where's that orange card
Yeah,
at, man?
yeah, that happens. Yep, before I know it'll be spring.
I'll tell you what, I never took off sober with it on. I'd be coming out of the bar, everybody jump on their bike and pull away, I'd jump on it, boom.
Really?
Hey, wait for me.
Well, that's good. Hopefully you don't want to do that no more.
No, I learned a lesson.
Well, yeah.
Don't put the lock on.
Plus, the older you get, you don't fall so good. You know
Don't
what
put
I'm
the
saying?
lock on.
Don't put the lock on. That's right. They want to take it. I'm insured. That's why I like
Yeah,
it.
right.
I wonder if they carjack bikes too.
They bike check.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be kind of weird. But it could happen. We're very successful. Raised a lot of toys for kids. Check out our website. We have pictures up there somewhere, I'm sure. Facebook page. Website is www.Chicagoland Toys for Tots or TFT.org.
Chicagoland Toys for Tots, the biggest motorcycle parade this side of the Milky Way.
That's right.
Not one problem. We had every club probably covered from the state of Illinois, and
That's
we
right.
all worked together to make this happen.
That's right. And you think about
You
it.
guys are the best.
We invaded the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
Cut it in half.
Who else could take Western Avenue
That's
on
right.
a Sunday morning and commandeer
That's
it
right.
for a couple hours?
And the police were all ready to arrest us if we did something bad because they was everywhere.
They were
weren't they?
everywhere, man.
And then even had the horses. If I had my old bike, horse would have caught up to me. But anyway, I guess we're going to go a little over. That's fine. That's very good. Enjoy that. Can TV, again, thank you guys so much for allowing us the honor to let Chicagoland know what a great job they did. I've heard no complaints. My phone number is on the website. Nobody called me up complaining about not being able to buy a candy bar or something, so we're doing well there. Right? You hear anything?
No, I haven't heard anything bad so far, but
Good.
it's early yet.
Well, thank you for that, Gary.
It's early yet, you know.
Appreciate that.
Everybody's still thawing out.
Oh, that was rough, man. Then I fell asleep
I
at like
felt
4
bad for-
o'clock,
I
5
felt
o'clock.
bad
Then I
for
woke
Santa
up at
Claus,
9. I
yeah.
thought it was the next day. You ever do that?
Oh, yeah. I did it last night.
You really?
I felt bad for Santa Claus, man. He dealt with everybody and took pictures
Yeah.
of everybody in the rain. It's like, man, I don't do this stuff. I
I
do snow.
thought his
you know?
lamp was going to wear out.
He's
He
like,
took a
I
lot of
do
pictures.
snow. I don't do rain.
Yeah,
you know?
no, he was a bit disheveled, to
He's a
say the
great
least.
guy, though.
And again, he led the parade as he should. Remember, we waited until he left. I was getting ready to go, though. 'Cause they kept telling me to go, but I didn't, out of respect. He does a lot for the organization. He did call me up today to make sure I was alive. And he says, I want to make sure you're alive. I said, I answered the phone, didn't I? You know,
Yeah. Well, I think that we're about ready to wrap it up here.
I would say so. Are we ready? Yes, sir. Anyway, guys, again, thank you. Next week we'll be a bit more
Tune in
prepared.
again next week. We'll have pictures for the parade.
That's
and,
right.
We'll
They're
try to
still
get a
being
couple
processed.
of little movies or whatever we
Yeah.
can put together. So until then.
Thank you very much, guys. You're the best. Again, thank you, Chicago.